Okay, sorry guys that I'm a bit late. Just needed to get on. Welcome everyone. I want to bust a few myths this evening about the prophetic myth that is going around that when an eagle um, needs to renew its wings, or when an eagle needs to basically molt, when an eagle molts, and how long the average eagle lifespan actually is, and that kind of thing. Let me just start with the myth. So let's say the myth is that an eagle will knock off its beak and lose all its feathers, and other eagles will come and feed it meat, and then it will kind of rise again. So this is definitely a myth. So we want to go to facts here. We want to go to facts. So no eagle loses its beak when it's molting. So the real story of an eagle. Okay, and also eagles don't live for like a long time. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this evening the facts of eagles, just as they are in the natural, in nature, and where this possible myth may have come from. So I'm going to start with the mythical stuff very briefly, because it is brief. There is a bird called the phoenix. Now, the phoenix is a mythological bird, doesn't exist. A phoenix was in ancient Egypt, and it's a bird that is associated with worship of the sun, one of the Egyptian gods, Re. So the Egyptian phoenix was said to be as large as an eagle. That's why you see these eagle-like creatures in a lot of the Egyptian hieroglyphics, because that's the phoenix. So the myth of the phoenix is that only one phoenix could exist at one time. And what would happen is they would live for about 500 years or 1,000 years. And as it knew that its end approached, this is the phoenix, not the eagle, it would make a nest with spices in it, and branches and things like that. And from this kind of nest of branches, and I think a part of the myth is that they even put, I think, myrrh or frankincense in that mixture. So what would happen is the phoenix bird itself would make itself come alight, and it would burn up in the flames, and out of those flames a new phoenix was born. So the way it would renew itself was in the fire. So that is the myth, the complete myth based on Egyptian mythology, and it's been around for a long time. Let's get some facts straight about the real animal of the real eagle now. So there is no bird on the planet that knock their beaks out. I'm just also checking. Okay, so which birds knock or break their beaks? Okay, so let's see. I don't know. They don't. So, oh yeah. So part more of the myth is that it takes its talons out, and it takes its beak out, and it all of that thing. Actually, what happens is a bird's talons and their beak is always growing. So when they claw onto branches, when they claw onto things, that wears it down so it doesn't overgrow. The beak of an eagle or any parrot bird or any bird of prey, they sharpen their beak against the branches and they do it like you sharpen a knife. So it's always growing. Think of it, think of it logically. If they knocked out their beak, could they eat? Could even the other birds come and feed them? No. So, no, that is not true. They do not knock out their beaks at any time. Their beak is always growing, their beak stays on the bird. Okay. So, if we go to, okay, so if we go to the bald eagle, okay, so we want to look at the fact check of the bald eagle specifically because that is a symbol of the prophetic. The bald eagle is an eagle that's found in America. It's one of the symbols of America. There are eagles of different sizes, and they're sparrow hawks and eagles, and they all birds of prey. And what they do, all these birds of prey, their beak is always growing. Their talons are always growing. Okay, so it's found in North America. The wingspan is very okay. The wingspan and the plumage. Okay, so the plumage of the adult bald eagle is dark brown or white. The tail is long. Let's see. The wingspan is very big, and the bald eagle is found in North America. So it's one of the largest raptors. Because and the golden eagle as well averages about 4 kilograms, 9.2 pounds, 63 centimeters. So that's big wingspan. Okay, it's big wingspan. The body length of the bald eagle the body length of an eagle can be up to a meter high, and the typical wingspan is about 1.8 to 2.3 meters. So that's long, both sides, okay? And they weigh about 6.3 kilograms. Let's see. The largest eagles are in Alaska. Okay, so let's go back to here, the behavior. So, yes, it's a powerful flyer. Okay, so when they molt, what happens in birds when they molt is, and I've seen this from my own bird, they get a little bit of a bad habit because it's itchy on their skin. Because what is happening is they're having what they call blood feathers grow, and that means the blood is going into the new growth of the new feather where the pinions come out as the new feather forms. But what they do is the bird itself takes out, when it scratches or whatever, it takes out the feather that's falling out, and new feathers are growing. But they have a sort of a molting pattern. So what happens is some parts of the wings come out first, and the new ones start to grow in, and then some parts of the body they go out, and then they grow as the new feathers grow in. So the old feathers are being lost. So never in the whole bird's life do they lose their talons. Do they lose their beak? Do other birds come and feed them? And they don't ever lose their feathers all at once. So when they are molting, they still go and feed, and they still go and hunt, and they still go and do everything else like that. And in the natural and in the wild, eagles probably live for about, at the most, 40 years, not 80 or 100 years. 100 years is where the myth of the phoenix, which lives for 500 years and that kind of thing. So that is, so the longest, let's see, the average lifespan of bald eagles in the wild is around 20 years. with the oldest one having been about 38 years. And obviously, in captivity, they're going to live longer because they don't have they don't have prey coming after them. So maybe 50 years, but 100 years, no, no. 60 years is like a push, and that's just because it's in captivity, so that's not even in the wild. So when you hear somebody again tell you that when the eagles molt, when the um, uh, so when they molt and they lose everything, they don't lose everything. So let's refresh the facts, and I will be doing another video, I think, tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be doing another video on my love series. I'm going to be doing a series of short 10-minute videos soon again. But let's refresh. An eagle never loses its beak. An eagle never loses its talons. When it's molting, the new feathers are replaced by as the old ones are lost. So the bird is never without feathers. Unless they're attacked by some disease or some creature or something else, they are never without feathers. The lifespan of the eagle, most eagles, I think, in the wild will live between 30 and 40 years. So those are the facts. And of course, the fiction is the mythological creature of the phoenix, which supposedly would live to 500 or 1,000 years, and it would spontaneously combust. It would like woof into flame, and out of those flames, the new, younger phoenix would form. And that, of course, is of Egyptian mythology. Nothing godly, nothing prophetic, nothing to do with the natural lifespan of an eagle that's on the planet. I hope that helped dispel some of the myths, and please don't believe it. Look up the facts always. Look up in National Geographic, look up in Encyclopedia Britannica, and you'll find the facts. So I hope this helped you to understand that we always want to look up the facts of things and don't just believe everything we hear. Thank you so much for coming to the stream, and I'll see you again soon, very possibly tomorrow. Bye.